here talking to the bad seeds themselves, Brooke and Dan.
Hello!
So tell us about your farm.
Our farm is a 2-acre backyard in suburban Kansas City. It's at 95th and State Line. And we have a plethora of vegetables, organic vegetables, goats and chickens, and
edible flowers,
all sorts of
herbs.
stuff.
We grow over 150 varieties of things, anything from 2-foot-long red Chinese noodle beans to periwinkle-colored pumpkins with sherbet flesh. We grow really good stuff.
I never saw those.
Yeah, because usually the bugs get them before the customers do. But we do try.
But we do.
But you know, honestly, I didn't even buy the bags in the store. I just looked at the picture and I was like,
So what's your favorite vegetable?
Dan, you answer that and then I'll say mine. Vegetable,
That's
not fruit. Vegetable.
vegetable.
Oh, we're getting technical now. Okay.
Well, now what are we going to talk about? The tomatoes? Or
You can
tomatoes?
choose one of each if you'd like. One favorite fruit and one favorite tomato. Or you can do like Sherry and choose 7.
Right, yeah.
Well,
Okay. Favorite
75.
fruit, I would say apples, definitely. I worked on an apple orchard, or it was an orchard that grew all sorts of stuff out in Pennsylvania, and apples, they had 120 varieties, so it was just absolutely amazing eating all those apples. So apples are my favorite fruit. Favorite vegetable might be the one that you're holding, kohlrabi.
It's a man's fruit, so they say.
Yeah,
It's a spaceship.
yeah, it's a little spaceship.
Kohlrabi's a man's fruit.
I didn't know what it meant. I'm eating it, so watch out.
Watch out.
It's gonna put hair on my chest.
No, we don't.
Favorite vegetable. I love Japanese eggplant. It's it melts in the pan. I'm Sicilian. I live for eggplant. So that would be mine, and we'll have those here soon, and we can show one to the camera.
Yeah. What about your favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit. It's hard. Dan worked on an heirloom orchard, so he's got a lot more exposure to truly good fruit. I've lived in
She likes
tropical
tropical.
places, and I don't want to say anything citrus because I can't grow it here. But I'm a fig freak. I adore figs.
But didn't somebody grow figs here? That guy.
There's some Sicilians
There's
who
people
have
who grow
managed
figs,
it,
yeah.
you know.
You think you'll ever
but-
tackle that someday? Or are you just
Yes.
gonna get your pumpkins
Yeah,
to
oh,
grow?
we definitely will. We'll tackle the figs because Dan and I, there's certain standards we have for our living, and
Yeah.
figs are.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Brooke will make us move away from the Midwest if we do not grow figs.
Oh dear.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So how'd you get into farming?
It was pretty random. My grandfather was a farmer, and my uncle is a farmer. So I had a lot of exposure to it as a kid, but I didn't really get into it until after college. I graduated from college, and as sort of a social experiment, I decided that I was going to work on this orchard with 7 Mexican migrant workers, and so
It's
I
more
worked.
like a social,
Yeah,
political
because
kind of
I was
research project.
interested.
You know?
I was interested in immigration and the politics of it, and the issues behind that. And I speak Spanish, and so I got into that through there, and then I worked with these guys 14 hours a day on this orchard, and I fell in love with farming.
Yeah.
You know, the fruit in the orchard just was very alluring, and and got to know the farmers that were farming that land.
Yeah.
And it was just it fit for me.
How'd you get into farming, Brooke?
It's
I
ironic.
know the story, but
yeah,
they
everyone
don't know
knows
the
the
story.
It's ironic. I grew up, in pretty soulless suburban, upper middle class kind of upbringing, and ate everything out of a box. And I was a pissed off teenager, like most of disillusioned modern youth culture. And so, trying to escape that, I started traveling, and I went all over the world. And in order to sustain my travels, I worked on organic farms in exchange for room and board, and solely as a way to sustain traveling. I was into photography and journaling and things of that genre. And then, like Dan, being on these farms for very different reasons, I couldn't help but connect with the obvious. And having a connection with food and the thing that actually sustains me and keeps me going made sense to me. Got rid of all the anger and the disillusionment. And then the ironic part is after all that, I came back and I started BADSEED Farm, which is actually a 5-minute walk from where I grew up. So I'm farming the soils that I hated, those fertilized lawns that I hated so much, but we've ripped them up now, and they grow tons of amazing food. So
that's awesome.
That's the story.
I think that makes a better story. You came all the way back.
Right. Because I mean, I had wanderlust for years, and I swore I would never live in the States, let alone the Midwest.
Oops, or not.
Now I'm here, and I found, I never thought I'd marry an American.
What's wrong with Americans? Come on.
Let alone someone from Kansas City.
Right. Who grew up, minutes from me. But
when did you start this market?
This market opened my first season farming, which was kind of ridiculous. Now that I think about it, I didn't know what I was doing. So we opened in 2007, and the farm was me up until this season, and Dan joined me, and the market was the first season was just me in here all by myself with my few veggies from my garden. I'd never farmed on my own before, and it's built from that point. And it's really been nice to see that grow into what it has. So.
But I was here for the first market.
Dan came and supported and bought probably muffins or something from me. I used to bake because I couldn't grow food, so I had to bake every year. So I table up with baked goods. But I've gotten better. You don't see any muffins today, so that's saying something.
Yeah, that's progress.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's progress for sure.
Yeah, it is fun. Well, it's fun to learn and experiment your stuff. I had no idea I could grow tomatoes until, I tried 3 or 4 different
These are the fruits of our labor.
See
These
us.
are southern mustard greens, rainbow chard. They won't be here for long as it's getting very hot outside. So come down here soon, every Friday, 4:30 to 9 p.m. 1909 McGee, the Bad Seed.